Welcome to Geek Speak Live.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's another week of Geek Speak.
Here at...
hang on, I got... Oh, you're too quick for me. Here at... Comics and Collectibles Toowoomba, although we found a new one. How about a little bit of...
Kaboom. Comics.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
I do like that one.
It's a bit better than this one.
Es Katy Kaboom, vive en su casa con un bello jardín. Su familia sabe que muy pronto ya su pequeña Katy hará kaboom.
We got no idea what the fuck he was just singing in that. It's called Katy Kaboom. So there you go. Anyway, hello everyone. Who we got tuning in? Ginge tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in.
Hello Bridget, she said that's all folks.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll be here for another at least 55 minutes.
Try the veal and tip your waiter. We have got stuff to talk about on tonight's show. We've been watching a little bit of TV.
We have indeed.
Hello Laura, who's just tuned in
Hey.
as well. Scott must be running behind. Is he on the other TV or something? Yes, so we got a question asked tonight. Are you going to put... Does it come out in the feed or... Facebook's changed everything on us, okay?
And we're not sure if we're even going live on Facebook.
He
at the
doesn't
moment.
know whether he's Arthur. I don't know whether he's Martha.
Hang on, we haven't even done our intro yet.
Martha?
What?
Your mother's name's Martha? So's mine.
Hang on, we haven't even done our intro yet.
What do you mean?
You haven't introduced yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm host of Geek Speak Live, Todd Bailey. This is my co-hostess with the mostest.
Wake up's on the pots and pans.
Hello, sir.
Hey!
Well, I thought we'd mix it up tonight. And you're like,
I was just scared that I'd forgotten something, and yeah, that's what I'd forgotten.
Here at Glorious. Anyway, as I said, we've got stuff to talk about tonight. I'm going to show off a couple of action figures throughout the show. These are the McFarlane action figures. I've got more cool ones arriving next week. We will talk about that. Obviously, a bit of a Batman show tonight. We have got an awesome Batman statue there, PVC statue, here in the shot. Take it away, Gingy.
So, yeah, we're using Facebook's new video encoder, and we're able to ask questions. So there should be a question somewhere here on the screen where you can answer your favourite Sean Connery film.
If you see it, have a crack at it, and yes, just tell us your favourite Sean Connery film, because sadly, the Mr. 007 himself passed away at the age of 90 years of age.
90 years old.
That's a bit sad, but I tell you what, fair innings.
Yes.
Fair innings. Poor bugger had been suffering dementia for quite a few years now. And we're just talking off screen about some of our favourite... You know, I didn't know they were going to do a sequel to The Rock, one of my favourite Sean Connery movies.
Exactly. I'll talk about that a little bit later on.
I must admit, my all-time probably favourite Sean Connery movie is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which got panned, and it was actually, they keep saying it was the reason he gave up acting.
In commemorance of him, I went and watched League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and I forgot how amazing that movie was.
I fucking loved it, and all those
really good.
To all those people who poo-poo the idea of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. To you, I say.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed going back and rewatching again. It was really good. Other films, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, I absolutely loved that movie with him.
Yep.
The Untouchables.
Oh, I love The Untouchables. That'd be my second favourite, right?
Bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, I love him in that. I just see, Laura said, lol, Geek Speak on silent for now. We have visitors.
Oh.
Laura, to your visitors, bye-bye. Actually, no, if they're there, get them to tune in and watch with us. Hello, Laura and Scott's visitors.
Hey.
Whoever you are. Bridget Scott, what did Bridget say there? Well, you're live for some strange definition of live. Yeah, well, I always poking to check before a show.
Well,
Weekend at Bernie's.
While we're talking about Sean Connery, Michael Bay, who directed The Rock, always wanted to do a sequel to it. And
I never knew about this.
I'd never heard this news before. Obviously, Nick Cage and Sean Connery in the original. And I'd forgotten about the ending of The Rock.
I just had a mate of ours does a fantastic impersonation of Nick Cage. I'm Nick Cage, I'm a cat, I'm a big fuzzy cat. And I don't know why, but it just popped into my head. I love Nick Cage.
Okay then.
I'll just put that out there.
And Sean Connery, can you do his accent?
God shaved the Queen. No, I can't really.
All right. So the ending of The Rock, I had forgotten about it. There's Nick Cage and his wife are driving off into the sunset, and they've got the microfilm that Sean Connery stole back in the 60s that got him put into going to say Arkham Asylum.
No.
Put on The Rock.
The Rock.
Anyway, so the
Alcatraz, dude.
Alcatraz. The last scene you see is Nick Cage pull out the microfilm, looking through it, and say, "Hey, honey, do you want to know who really killed JFK?"
Yeah.
So that would have spurred on the sequel directly from that scene straight into the sequel. Not a month later or 2 weeks later.
Okay.
It was bang straight into the sequel, where the government would have been trying to track down Nick Cage and try and get that film back.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I would have watched the hell out of that.
It was going to be less action, as in not just an action movie. It would have been more of a thriller action movie.
Yeah.
And a cat and mouse kind of movie. And Sean Connery would have been enlisted by Nick Cage to help him outrun the government and get away with
That's
it.
pretty freaking cool. Bridget said she can't find the questionnaire on here, but her favourites are Name of the Rose and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. As I said, we just said League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I loved it for what it was.
I was watching I saw the poster for Name of the Rose, and just the artwork of the poster looked really cool this week.
What was the name of the one he did with, I think it was Catherine Zeta-Jones, where he's the he's the thief?
Oh, Entrapment.
Entrapment. You know, I only watched that for the first time like last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was quite good.
He did a movie with Wesley Snipes as well. Yes.
Really?
And I'm trying to think, there's another movie where he played Robin Hood. I think it was called Robin and Marion.
Really?
Yeah, but
I guess he had that many movies. I was never going to be able to follow all of them.
we can't forget, at the end of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves,
He played King John?
um,
Was it King John?
no,
Or Richard the Lionheart?
Richard, yes, because he comes back and
I don't know why, but I've just had... you've watched Keeping Up Appearances?
yes,
Right?
Yes.
And Mrs. Bouquet?
Oh.
Right? And the way she used to say her husband's name, Richard! Richard! I don't know, that's in my head. It's funny the things that pop up in your head.
I always remember at the end of Robin Hood, where he says, "I will not allow this wedding to proceed unless I'm allowed to kiss the bride." I'm like, wow, I guess he's the king. It's good to be the king, right?
It's good to be the king. Is it Prima Nocturna? Was the actual ancient ritual where the king could take the wife on the night? Yeah. So I tell you what, though, it's good to be the king.
But Sean Connery had a vast history
he was in
of work.
so many things. He was what is he the guy who played Bond the most times? He's still with the record.
I'm not sure.
I think so. I don't
Someone let us know in the comments.
Tell us below. But anyway, I must admit, big fan of him. Think he's fantastic. What else you got for me?
Was there any Sean Connery movies that he didn't make that you would have liked to have seen him make?
Not off the top of my head. Obviously another League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but no.
But there was a story you were telling me about a movie he was going to do with...
I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, Brett Ratner was going to direct this.
So
this
Brett
film.
Ratner, the guy that did X-Men 3.
And this was all happening around the time of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and this would have probably been his last film after League.
Yep.
And he was all signed on for it. It was a bit of an action thriller, spy thriller, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he met with Brett Ratner and the screenwriters, right? And these two guys were on the up and up, in Hollywood. And so he's there, and he's like, "Oh, I want some rewrites." They're like, "Yep, no worries, we can rewrite that." And he wanted the character changed just a little bit with a few things. They're like, "Yep, no worries." Anyway, he said to Brett Ratner, he goes, "There was meant to be this scene filmed underwater." Now, obviously, at that age, Sean at that stage would have been still in his 70s? He was in his 70s. So he kind of said, "Well, how are we going to film this scene?" Yeah, because he's probably thinking about his health and that. And Brett Ratner went, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll do it with movie magic." Right? And Connery was not happy about this. And so he's like, "No, I want a proper meeting." And so Brett Ratner's, because these two writers are sitting there looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
And he's gone, "Oh, we'll talk about it next week, Sean. We don't need the writers here for this.
Okay.
We'll call next Wednesday at such a time or whatever, right?"
All right.
So these guys have gone their way, separate way. It's Wednesday, it's the following Wednesday. They're in their little office across from one another at a desk. A bit like how you and I write, looking across at each other. No.
Fucking hell.
You usually asleep and me going, "Oi, wake up!" Anyway, they were tapping away and it's when the phone rings. Pick it up and it's Sean Connery. Where the fuck is Ratner? Kind of thing.
Is that your Sean Connery?
Oh, it's a bad Sean Connery. Anyway, but he's and they're like, "Oh, we don't know Sean." He goes, "He hasn't fucking rung me." And next minute, he goes, "Don't worry about it, boys. I know what the prick is." He's watching the TV while he's on the phone to the two riders.
Yep.
He's a shot of Brett Ratner at the French Open.
Watching the tennis.
Watching the tennis, like in the personal box for some female tennis player, right? And he's like, he's in a fucking box in France watching, the ladies' tennis. And they've gone, "Oh, shit, okay." And he's gone, "No. I'm out. That's it. I'm done.
Wow.
I've been, we've been con boys. It would have been nice to work with you, but I'm pulling the pin on this."
Yeah.
And that's how. And the movie didn't end up getting made because Sean Connery was the linchpin, and all because Brett Ratner couldn't get his shit together and actually be a fucking director. He was too busy fluffing around the world watching French ladies tennis.
So we're just going through the settings because Facebook has changed everything. We're asking the question, what is your favourite Sean Connery film? Hopefully it is up above my head here where you can click on it, maybe. Hopefully. Yes, no, let us know. If not, just in the comments, let us know your favourite Sean Connery movie.
That's right. What else you got for me?
Baz Luhrmann is pulling a Zack Snyder.
Why? What do you mean?
He wants...
That sounds so much dirtier than it should be, actually.
He's pulling a Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
He wants to turn the 2000...
That'd be the sound Zack Snyder would be making if Baz Luhrmann was pulling something.
His 2008 movie Australia, he wants to turn it into an extended television series.
Oh, really? That's the Nicole Kidman... who else?
Hugh Jackman.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
All I've seen is the trailer where Hugh Jackman's sort of doing this with a bucket of water, trying to flex his muscles. And
did you get a little bit wet yourself? Did you? When you saw that?
No, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Anyway, so yeah, Fox.
Do you like Baz Luhrmann films?
Not in particular.
I enjoyed Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, no.
Mainly because I thought Claire Danes was a hottie back in the day. Went to watch that in high school.
We did have to watch it in high school, and
Yeah.
I think
That's
my rebellious teenage went, "No, fuck this! I don't want to watch something. I have to watch it."
I'm sitting there watching it, going, "Fuck, Claire Danes is a hottie," and I'm sure there's one or two blokes in our grade probably went, "Look at Leo," I'm sure they probably were.
Scott just said, "I did answer the question, but the box is still just sitting up there. Did the answer come through?" Oh, I don't know.
Wade's going to have a look. Wade's going to have a squiz for you, Scott.
But he apparently the movie he had to trim it down into the movie length movie.
Bridget said Robin and Marion was 1976.
Robin and Marion,
That's
1976. There we go.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you. So he wants to add in some of the scenes that he had to cut out for the movie and make it into a longer form project.
Okay.
And
So it'll be still the same. It's essentially
the same
Australia,
movie,
but just extended and turned into 4 parts or something like that.
yeah, just like what they're doing with the
Zack Snyder, the Justice League.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. Paul's
Hey,
just
dude.
tuned in.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Paul sent us a trailer earlier to watch.
Yes.
Did you watch it? I didn't get a chance.
I did watch it. It's the holiday special Lego Star Wars.
Oh, is it any good?
It actually looks okay.
Yeah, thank you.
It actually looks okay.
I'll watch it when I get home tonight, Paul. But thanks for sending that through.
Just quickly talking about Australia. It was reported that when he was just about to release it, Fox told him, "Dude, we've got really bad reception to this movie. You need to change the ending. It needs to be a more uplifting movie."
Yeah.
So does Hugh Jackman die at the end of it?
I've never seen it.
Well, I've never seen it either, so I don't know. People at home, what happens at the end of Australia that they may have changed?
I'll have to zip out of here tonight and go home and watch it. I really wanted to use that one tonight. I didn't know how else I was going to get that in there.
Oh my god.
You got some other...
While we're talking about Zack Snyder and the Justice League,
Yes.
Did you notice that this week the Justice League trailer got taken down off YouTube?
Something to do with the music, wasn't it?
Yes. So,
Did Hans Zimmer do the score?
but this was just the Leonard Cohen Hallelujah song. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Why did they not get permission to use
Zach
it?
didn't get the rights to use the music in the film, in the trailer.
How does a fucking Hollywood director screw that up?
I
How
don't
does
know.
How does someone at the studio not
How
basically
did
going,
someone
hang
not
on,
go, hey, have we got the rights for that? Yep, no dramas. Yep, no.
That's Mark.
That's
That's not cricket.
Yes. Don't be doing that.
No.
This is very Batman-centric and Justice League. The news coming out this week that Jared Leto, his Joker, well, we were talking about this, is going to be in this new movie.
Which I'm not a fan of. I'm just putting that out there.
But what they're saying is there's 3 scenes that he's going to be in. There's going to be a present-day Arkham Asylum.
Yep.
There's going to be a flashback to when he killed Robin. And there's also going to be some third scene that's going to be like that nightmare future scene with... And within that scene, he's going to have long hair and no tattoos.
Oh, really?
So it looks like they're adjusting the look of the Joker.
Good, because I didn't like all the tattoos and all that crap. I thought that was a little bit...
Yes.
I thought about that.
Scotches, how did they take them this long to take it down? Yeah, the music rights, someone would have been onto it before now.
Like Scott says here, small YouTube channels get hit within minutes.
Yes.
How did a big conglomerate page get away with it for weeks? We've actually we've just run before the show, because we've had music in the last few episodes. We have been told that we can't monetize this. Not that we ever would, we didn't care about it. But Facebook pinged us and went, yeah, can't monetize that because you got someone else's music in your show.
Exactly.
So there you go. Like, they're very quick to get onto us, and we're tiny compared to fucking Warner Brothers, but there you go. I want to talk about a show, right? I'm just going to put this little theme up here.
Oh, it's a UFO, it's a UFO, it's a UFO. Oh, hang on, no, it's just the glint of the comics.
Someone is a big scaredy cat, right? And he doesn't like a lot of scary stuff. But I said to him this week, we talked about it ages ago on the show,
Yes,
I'm pretty sure, the new Nick Frost, Simon Pegg TV show called Truth Seekers.
Truth Seekers.
I watched the first 2 episodes earlier this week and went, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. So I said to you, you've got to watch Truth Seekers, right?
Yes.
Now, it's not scary. It's meant to be about haunted stuff and unexplained stuff. It's not creepy, kooky kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a big hit because it's typical British.
It's going to be a sleeper hit.
It'll be a little cult hit, I think. Yeah. Nick Frost is phenomenal, and so Simon Pegg.
Yes.
But Simon Pegg's not a big part of it. Nick Frost, it's his
Nick
vehicle,
Frost is,
I guess you'd say.
Yeah. Simon Pegg is more of a
recurring character in it.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly have enjoyed it. I've just finished episode. It's 8 episodes long. It's on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. We've got 2 more episodes to go. You got last night up to what, episode 5?
I think episode 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 I'm about to start. Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Episode 2, man.
Ghost in the Machine is what I will say.
Yes. It's what I liked about it is it tied in World War II into the...
Anything that ties in World War II, this guy here just fucking loves.
It was a really good movie, a really good episode, and I liked that episode 1 had bits of it in it, but then all of a sudden it was exposed in episode 2. And I thought, I like how there is a sort of through line through the series.
It comes back in too.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it comes back. It comes it's threaded throughout the rest of the episodes. Malcolm McDowell plays his dad in it, right?
Yes.
And he's funny as all get out.
Yep.
Thoroughly enjoying it. I highly recommend it. Truth Seekers. Now, I haven't been told whether it's going to get a second season.
I would hope so.
I don't even know how it ends. It may be one of those British things that just gets to the end of episode 8 and it's got a lovely little finish and then that's it. Done. I don't know. I've got 2 episodes to go.
Big g'day to Helen watching at home. She said the truth is out there. Yes, it is.
Did you ever watch the X-Files back in the day?
Yeah. And I'm going to say the one episode that freaked me out the most was the one episode that was only ever aired once on Australian television.
Was that the one with the inbred family?
Yes, the incest family.
The incest, and they had, there were people living under the bed on little trolleys.
That was the mum. That was the mum. She was on like a little trolley.
Oh,
yes. That freaked the
We went to school the next day and we're like, did you watch fucking X-Files last night? You know?
That was the first time I ever watched the X-Files.
Was that really?
Episode.
That
was the one that me up.
Is that the you've had a bad experience?
I had a bad experience with the X-Files. Really? And that was it. Yes. Yes.
Good Lord, sir.
Oh.
That's a worry. That is really a worry.
While we're talking about scary things, was it last week we were talking about the trailer for The Empty Man?
Yes. Yes, and I didn't know this. Naughty comic shop owner.
Yes.
We found out this week. Empty Man is based on a graphic novel, called comic series, done by Cullen Bunn.
A couple of years ago,
couple of years
2014 was the series.
Yep, and so it got turned into this movie, and I did not know, right? And you've just told me tonight he's announced he's going to do another book in the series.
Yes, he's going to do 2 new graphic novels, The Empty Man Reoccurrence and Empty Man Manifestation.
Now, who's it published through, do you know?
I couldn't tell you.
I'll have to do some research and see about getting that one in.
Yeah, man.
Because that trail looks
Oh, it looked...
I knew you weren't going to watch it.
Disney, Fox.
Was it that scary you nearly... yourself?
Yeah. But it didn't sound... Have you got a sound effect of it a little bit wetter?
No, I
Because
don't. No, I don't.
Yes. While we're talking comic news,
Yep.
Marvel has reportedly reached out to Hugh Jackman
For Wolverine again?
for Wolverine to return.
Yep.
Someone snuck into the Marvel offices and took a photo of a production sheet.
Yeah.
And on the paperwork it said September 10, Marvel has an offer out
Really?
to Hugh Jackman.
Do you reckon he'll come back?
It seems like they're trying to get him to
Would it just be a cameo, maybe?
it could be to be in the Doctor Strange multiverse movie.
Oh, so it would be just a small appearance.
Maybe.
I don't care. I want to
Maybe.
see him back again. I reckon he was good. I enjoyed Old Man Logan.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you cry a little bit at the end?
Never you mind.
I bet he did.
While I'm there, Helen asks question.
Yes.
How do we watch Truth Seekers outside of Amazon Prime?
You can...
Helen, come down to the shop and have a talk to me.
Yeah, someone will sort you out. He'll fix you up with what you need. He is Dr. TV.
Hang on, Helen. You're not a police officer. This is an entrapment, right? You need to tell me if you're a police officer.
You have made me very angry.
Woo!
Very angry indeed.
There you go.
Throughout tonight, the question box up here, we're asking Sean Connery, what's your favourite Sean Connery... over here. Up there it is. Yeah. We're asking your favourite Sean Connery film. Please click on it and let us know, and we'll be able to...
What's the one where he had... Almost like the Borat thing where he had these suspenders and very little else, just undies on. And he had
Zardos.
Zardos.
I have not watched it, but I'm thinking I need to.
I want to know if someone's going to make that their favourite Sean Connery film. Zardos. Did he have a thick Scottish accent in it?
Scott just said, Helen, you could sail the high seas. I don't condone it, of course, and I certainly have never been to watchseries.ninja ever.
Wonderful.
So
Scott is innocent, I tell you.
Scott's
innocent.
saying that you need to be a pirate.
Yeah.
Shiver me timbers.
Arr. Right. Can I just quickly talk about some cool action figures?
Absolutely.
Right, it's getting close to Christmas. It's only 40-something days till Christmas.
What?
I know.
Shit.
We just got in some cool McFarlane action figures. More arriving next week. Different ones. But this is... How cool is this? This is the animated series Batman. Multiverse
And
Batman.
he's blue.
He's got the classic blue and the oval bat on him. How freaking awesome is that? That is a gorgeous 7-inch action figure by McFarlane Toys. I'll tell you what, he's fully posable. He is wicked. Grand total of $35. That's on our online store as well at the moment. And look at this, also in the animated style, Cyborg. I gotta be honest, I'm not the hugest Cyborg fan in the world, but I'm probably going to have to buy one of these because this is just a cool looking toy.
It's got that cool animation style about it, doesn't it?
He just look fucking wicked.
Yeah.
That is a wicked toy. That's also available on our online. So you saw that he was trying to steal that, wasn't he? www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. Head along to collectibles. That is the tab these cool things are under. Now, remember I said last week I was hoping to have some can coolers and all that kind of thing here?
Yeah.
Didn't arrive yet
What?
this week. It's coming next week. I got the tracking for it
Bastards.
today. I'm like, yeah, bastards. So hopefully next week's show I'll be able to showcase some of that stuff off. By the way, guess what landed in store this week?
No idea.
The brand new Previews catalogue. It's the comic shop Bible. This is for stuff coming out in January, and there are some very cool little bits and pieces in here. Obviously, this is all the major publishers apart from DC Comics, because DC are bastards and just want to do their own thing and have a digital online catalogue only. Yeah. Right? Fucking DC. They're just as bad as Jeff Bezos, that horn devil. It's making my throat bad every week. I actually had people say to me, "Is that a female Green Arrow?"
I was just looking at that, thinking, "Is that?"
No, it's Robin Hood. Robin, as in Robyn,
and that's
Robin
from
Hood.
an independent publisher.
Zenoscope.
I've seen her before.
It's actually not a bad series.
Yeah.
I haven't read all of it. It's had different little minis and stuff throughout the year. But that is coming up if you do want to read something independent, and I reckon that just looks freaking awesome, doesn't it?
Scott has said, get a good writer on Cyborg, and he's a solid read.
He's not a bad character, but that figurine just looks freaking awesome, I thought.
It does.
So there you go. That's some cool stuff on there, sir. Now, I did want a little bit of comic news in a way.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I have to... I'm surprised by this. I shouldn't be surprised by it, but the news just broke today that Grant Morrison, writer of Final Crisis, The Invisibles... a multitude of books throughout time. Animal Man he was on.
He's an
Doom
interesting
Patrol.
character.
He's a very interesting Scotsman. He has just come out as non-binary today and changed his pronouns on social media. He's now referred to not as him, so I should be saying they or them. So Grant Morrison...
they are now non-binary.
They are a great writer. See, it boggles my mind. I can't get my head around that, the whole pronoun thing.
It's interesting.
I'll always know him as Grant Morrison, the fantastic comics writer. But anyway, so he's apparently that's big news out of the comic world today. There you go. He's non-binary.
Interesting.
I don't get that. I just don't get that. But anyway, that's my own thing. What else you got for me?
Jim Carrey, The Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he's going to be making a cameo as The Mask in the Space Jam 2 movie?
How does that work?
What do you
Warner
mean?
Brothers don't have that, do they? The Mask isn't a Warner Brothers character.
I'm just saying that.
How does this work, Jim?
I don't know how this is going to work. But what they're doing is they're going to use it as a barometer to how popular the character
I
is.
was just about to say, would you... They did do a follow-up. He wasn't in it, was he?
No, it was called Son of the Mask, and
Yeah.
it had Jamie Kennedy in it.
Really?
Kennedy.
That douche biscuit?
Yes, he was in it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And there was a shitload of money spent on it.
So he didn't play Stanley Ipkiss,
Yes, he did.
did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. No wonder
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie.
Yes. It's kind of the
forgotten stepchild.
Yeah, that we don't talk about and keep in the basement.
Did you enjoy the original Mask movie?
I loved it. Cameron Diaz, it was her first film. She was 19 years old.
When we were in high school, in
Yes.
the Mask?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Awooga.
100%.
Hubba-da.
I'm just waiting for you to make your skull come out of your face.
I absolutely love the Mask.
Yes.
Itself, the original. Have you ever read the comics?
No,
The original
but I
comics
have
of
seen the artwork.
So Doug Markey, who grew to become one of my favourite artists in the late 90s, early 2000s on books like Justice League and that, right?
Yep.
He started out on the Mask back in the day at Dark Horse, right?
Yep.
It was a very rough style. It was a very over-the-top book. It was pretty violent. Like, they toned it down for the movie.
Yes.
And remember the cartoon series?
I do remember the cartoon series.
Yep. So they turned it into a Saturday morning cartoon. They toned it right down. It was a bit like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
A bit like Beetlejuice as well.
Beetlejuice
The
as well,
Beetlejuice
yeah.
cartoon. They're
But,
name dropping.
But even the movie, as I said, was toned down from the comics.
Yeah, yep.
You can buy it, I think, now as an omnibus, like Marvel, not Dark Horse Omnibus
Ooh.
edition. So they're a little bit smaller. I don't really like the format, but I've done a bit of digging because they did do a follow-up, like a new Mask series only a year ago. or
I
something,
think I remember us
Yeah.
talking about that. Yep.
But as the book went along, the art did get better and everything else. But it was a bit roughshod at the start. But if you get past it, just if you want to delve into the history of the Mask,
Cool.
As I said, Doug Markey was one of the guys who started out on that book.
As we were saying, they're going to be using the cameo as a barometer to whether
Which
they
is-
should be making another one.
That does my head in because, as I say, it's not to me, in my mind. It wasn't a fucking Warner Brothers film.
Well, the thing
and
is,
DC don't own the rights or anything. It's Dark Horse still has it.
they want to do 2 sequels, not just 2. An episode 2. They want to do a number 3 as well.
Really?
So 2 sequels to The Mask, and they're hoping that they can lure Cameron Diaz out of retirement.
Yeah, 'cause she retired.
She
didn't
has retired from acting. Yeah.
Really? She's only a couple of years older than us. She was 19 when The Mask came out.
I'm not saying a word.
Yeah.
It's
Hubba.
It's a lady's prerogative not to mention how old she is.
Her age?
Yeah.
I
would watch the shit out of a Mask 2, Mask 3.
I knew you would. I just checked. Thank you, Scott. Movie rights was New Line Cinema, but the animated series was Warner Brothers. They found the loophole.
So they may have the Warner Brothers may have.
Yeah, there you go. Very, very, very cool. Cool. What else you got?
While we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Yep.
there's been a report this week come out that, you know what? They have greenlit Justice League 2.
Yes, I had heard that.
Warner Brothers.
And Batman's the driving force again behind it.
Yes. Warner Brothers are all for it. They've greenlit
Affleck all
it.
the way.
Zack Snyder is working on a script at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, I don't care about this but at all.
Yeah.
They are not describing it as a movie.
Why?
They're describing it as event streaming. So it looks like it will be another Zack Snyder extended edition. So it'll be another straight to streaming, multiple episodes up on HBO Max or wherever Warner Brothers are going to be putting their content from now on. So very interesting to hear.
I was no, I couldn't get it. I was hoping there was going to be a little emoji with Ben Affleck's voice. Not an emoji, a soundboard. There was nothing. I was wanting to get him, I'm Batman, or,
Well, like we were saying earlier, Sean Connery passed away. Kind of eclipsed the fact that...
Whereabouts on the screen is this question?
It's up here. It's up here. It should be up here for you to click on. His death kind of eclipsed the fact that... Do you remember Back to the Future? Yeah. Obviously you remember Back to the Future. At the beginning of that movie, there is a woman trying to raise money for the Save the Clock Tower committee. Her name was Elsa Raven. She passed away this week.
Oh.
91 years old.
So she was a year older than Sean.
Yes.
That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yes.
Had a fair innings.
Everyone remembers the lady from the...
No, there was something else you were just saying about that just then, and it prompted me, and now it's gone again.
Back to the Future?
No.
Sean Connery?
No.
People dying?
That's sad. No, it's gone now. I don't know what I was going to mention. I was going to mention something that's gone. Carry on.
You were talking about last week about you liked the trailer of Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Was about to come out this time 1 month.
Has it been bumped?
It's fucking bumped.
Is it going to go digital release? Or?
No one knows because it has not been put on any paperwork, date or
I guess they
platform.
can't at the moment. I mean,
they've just gone, it's just not coming out.
Look at the UK. UK's just entered 4 weeks lockdown.
Yes.
Ireland's 2 weeks into a 5-week lockdown. Other parts of Europe are about to go into lockdown again. There's massive cases in the US. It's a bit of a fucking nightmare. So I honestly think this may be the death knell of cinemas. I really do think COVID is digital streaming didn't kill it, not immediately, but COVID is going to be the nail in the coffin for movie chains and stuff like that.
They're also saying that the sequel, Death on the Nile, it's been bumped as well. It was going to be December 18. It's just been... That's the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express.
I haven't watched that yet. That's the Kenneth Branagh one.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you like Kenneth Branagh?
He plays Perot. Is it Perot?
Poirot.
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 Poirot. I'm saying the same thing you're saying.
You're just not doing it fucking right. How do you say croissant?
It is a croissant.
Croissant.
It's a croissant.
Croissant.
You forgot the T.
No, the T is silent.
No, it's not. It's written at the end of the word.
It's croissant.
There is a T there.
Alors, oui, croissant.
Hang on, what now? Hey, I never ate snails. I never ate snails.
I've been to France twice and I still can't speak French. I've been to Paris twice.
Right.
Yeah, I learnt each time before I'd go, I would learn a handful of phrases, how to introduce myself.
As in, oui, je m'appelle
Todd. What? But you... No, fuck me.
No. No.
No. No. That means... No. But you used to always say...
Don't mention the war. Sorry. Is that something bad?
Don't call them cheese-eating surrender monkeys. They really don't like that. No, I learned how to, like as I said, a bunch of stuff. My sister speaks French. My niece speaks French.
Yep.
And they taught me stuff, and then I'd get over there, and as soon as you go to try it, the French, once they realised you were Australian too, they were very lovely, and they'd be just like, English, and you're like, well, Australian. They're like, yes, but we speak English. Oh, fantastic, here we go, right? But I'd always, do the thing if they did something for you, be like, oh, merci beaucoup, like,
God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, sorry, you're not sneezing.
No,
What would you say again?
merci beaucoup.
Oh, okay.
Merci, as in like thank you and stuff like that.
So boku means very much.
I have no idea. I can't remember. Like I said, I used to be able to speak a little bit of French. It's just enough to get to do introductions or stuff like that. And now, when you don't use it, well, my brain, because I drink my brain cells away, I forget these things.
Right.
So there you go. But I've been to France twice, or Paris twice. Paris.
All I can think of right at the moment is that scene from Top Secret where she goes, "I know a little French. He's over there," and it's a little bit.
I actually got offered snails.
Did you?
We were at a restaurant. having lunch.
Escargot.
Yes, yeah. And we had beautiful. You know, funny. The things you remember. It was a beautiful hot day in Paris. We'd done the Eiffel Tower. We were at a group tour. And it was me and my mate Brett.
Okay.
We were overseas. This is 2011, and so our guide took our group. It was only a small group. And we got into. That's when I did the Louvre.
Oh, really?
I have seen the Mona Lisa. I've seen David. I've seen the Venus de Milo.
Okay.
Right.
Did you have arms this time?
Anyway,
You're still missing them.
we were having lunch at this beautiful little cafe, and sitting outside. So the Parisian streets. You're sitting out eating on the footpath, kind of thing. This gorgeous little eatery, and they said, what drink would you like? And me being me overseas, I'm thinking just something simple. So I said, Coke. I'll have Coke.
Yep.
Their Coke comes in the old-fashioned glass bottle.
Oh, really? Oh.
Beautiful hot day, Paris. Out comes it. You remember that flavour. You just go, that is the best fucking Coke of my life. It simply was. I've had glass Coke over here, and it's not quite the same. Whatever the Parisian
Well,
Coke
it's the French. They probably put a bit of wine
there
into it
was
or
something
something.
else in there. Who knows? But anyway, so we're sitting there, and I had this amazing lunch, right? Anyway, the Canadians who were on tour with us, they were at the table next to us, and they turned around because they had ordered.
Yep.
They're in France. They're like, we're in France, we're going to have snails. And they had a platter of them. And they, guys, would you like some snails? We've got extra little toothpicky thing, little pitchfork, essentially, right? Little silver pitchfork that you...
Oh, yeah, a little trident.
Yeah. Stick him and pull him out and then... right? And so
Okay, hang on. Is that what you did?
No, I didn't touch it because they went, guys, would you, put it in Canadian, hey, would you guys like to try some snails, eh?
And you went, get that shit out of my face.
I was very
You
polite.
damn snap frozen yank.
I went, no, thank you. No, I'm good. And we got offered frog legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they ate frog legs as well. But they
You
kept going,
didn't think, you know what? If I'm ever going to try it, it's going to be here underneath the towel?
No.
No?
Oh. I was only 30. That was before I turned 30.
Yep.
Because then we got back to the UK, went up to Scotland, and I turned 30 in Edinburgh.
Wow.
But so I was still technically 29. And I was like, nah, I'm good, thanks. And now I actually do think back and go, probably should have.
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be like Guinness. It'd be the best that it's ever going to taste is right there.
You'd think so. And
I've
been to Dublin, I've had Guinness at the Guinness factory, and yeah, it is the best drop of Guinness you'll ever
Well, there you go.
in your life.
It's not the crack that they put into it before they stir the...
No problem.
That's why it foams up so much.
It comes from, if you look at the River Liffey, it doesn't actually, they don't get their water from the River Liffey. That's been disproven.
Right.
They actually truck it in, or it comes from further out of Dublin.
Ah.
But you look at the colour of the River Liffey in the middle of Dublin, you go, it looks like fucking Guinness. It's that dark and brown. And, anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, so I got to see the Louvre. When I was over, I've been into Notre Dame twice before it burnt down.
Did you work out a way of stealing the Mona Lisa?
It's tiny. It is fucking
How
tiny.
big is it? What?
Oh, about that by that.
Oh, really?
It's behind.
Hang on, it's a portrait, so it's
size.
portrait
Yeah.
So
But
it's not red.
I'll laugh about that. Anyway, it's pretty fucking tiny up close.
Yeah.
And it's got.
And you're not allowed to take photos.
Well, you do.
Really?
You're not meant to, but
But you're
people
not allowed to
do.
take flash.
But it's behind like bulletproof glass.
Yep.
It's thick casing, right?
Yep.
And no matter what you do, your photo will never turn out properly with it because of that glass. It catches. So no matter which angle you're on, you try, and then your camera thing, like you'd be looking at it.
It's probably got a polarizer on it that turns it black.
Yeah, well, even with your camera, like if you got a good camera, which we did over there. I don't know why I'm doing this, right? If you got a fucking, apparently my wife said I do some weird hand movements. I was talking about Subway the
Should
other
we
night. I was
doing
going
this?
Subway like this.
I'm playing the drum. I'm playing the drum.
Anyway, so if you try and take a nice photo, and
Yep.
Brett was, he was trying.
Yep.
Every photo turned out funny, like
Yep.
it just because of this glass that they have around the
Yeah.
Mona Lisa. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll tell you what, the Louvre, we had a couple of hours there. Nowhere near long enough. Could have
Okay.
spent a fucking 2 weeks, and yeah. So if you're ever,
Cool.
if you're a fucking art fan, go and do that. And then like the holiday we just had at Christmas time last year, we went to Kelvin Grove in Glasgow.
Now we're not talking about Brisbane.
Not talking about
Not
Brisbane,
Kelvin
right?
Grove,
Kelvin
Brisbane.
Grove in Glasgow, and
Okay.
it's a massive art gallery and museum, right? First fucking you go up this beautiful big fucking flight of stairs, and there's this which wing are we gonna? We'll go to this wing.
Okay.
First room we walk into, the wife and I.
Yeah.
We walk in, turn around, and went. It's fucking Rembrandt. It's
Shit.
this massive Rembrandt. There was Monet, Matisse. I'm walking along because all the stuff you and I learnt in
Yes,
art,
yes.
stuff we studied in art in
The
in,
real stuff.
in senior years.
The real stuff.
Yeah, and here it is for free. You didn't have to pay to get in or anything. It's just free
Holy
to the
shit.
public in Glasgow. And you're just like, we don't get this shit in Australia. If it comes here, you've got to pay through the nose to go to an
Yes,
exhibit.
yes.
Over there, you just wander on through. And we spent a couple of hours at Kelvin Grove looking at the amazing artwork, modern Scottish masters, the old French masters, Italian stuff.
Wow.
It's just phenomenal. If you're an art fan, honestly, go to fucking Europe because you get fuck all old school stuff here in Australia.
I'd love to see Da Vinci stuff up close. When that exhibit was here in Toowoomba, and it was all the Da Vinci stuff, but obviously it wasn't real. It was reproduction.
Yeah, it was reproductions. I would love to go and see, yeah, like you say, saying his stuff up close and personal.
Yeah.
Some of the sketches, even the
Yes. Is it the Codex? His book that's got all these designs.
What's the name of the man? Where it's all with the multiple legs, it's not the Vesuvian man. Can someone tell me what the name of that thing is called? That sketch.
I know, yeah, the one that's pretty much on the. Was it the Voyager spacecraft that they sent out? They had the icon of the man.
What does Paul say? Put it.
Maybe I don't want to say it just in case it's a swear word.
Fermer la bouche. Let's try Fermer. Paul, I don't know. My sister tried to teach me. I still can't remember it, dude. Hello, Trudy, who's watching. She's tuned in.
hey!
Hey, Trudy. Yeah, look, I don't know.
The only French I know is La Bouche, which is that band for. But
I thought it was something else.
no, La Bouche is the mouth.
Well, I thought it was that time you and I went to a strip club together and that French
Hang
girl
on,
was dancing.
Ixnay on the upplay.
La Bouche.
Ip stray. All right, stop getting me into trouble here. That was the name of the band.
Was it, Ginge? I'm sure it was.
It was the name of the band.
Bullshit artist.
And
Anyway.
and yeah, it meant the mouth, La Bouche. I'm serious. Stop making fun of me. I had a bad experience.
What else have you got?
Halloween was last week, but I do have
Did
a
you do
little.
anything scary?
I did this show,
No, you didn't. That was Friday night.
but I mean, I did this show for the.
You were out with me.
Was
last Saturday.
That was scary enough.
We were out having drinks.
That
yeah.
was scary enough.
You went home early. I said I was going. I said, "This is it, last part."
Someone said,
I
you
went
know
to-
what? I'm going to be home by 5 o'clock. It's not going to be a late night.
I ended up at 3 more pubs after I said, "This is the last pub. This is last drinks." I ended up at 3 more frigging pubs before that, and then the boys are like, because I kept saying, "I've got to go visit my parents." They're like, "Dude, it's like 8 o'clock at night. You're not gonna." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk home now, and then we're gonna go visit the parents." Got home, and my lovely lass, she's like, "What do you want to do the rest of the night?" And I went, "We're gonna go visit my parents." We drove over to my parents. Mum and Dad are like, "What the fuck are you doing here? It's nearly 9 o'clock at night."
I bet you they were getting ready for bed.
No, they were up saying they're old people. They stay up and watch TV late. But it's certain because Mum goes, "Have you been drinking?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've had a couple." And Dad's like, "Oh, want a whiskey?"
Well, while you're
I was
here-
his excuse to have a nightcap, essentially. So I went over and ended up doing that. But yeah, you were with me out for a chunk of it.
Helen has just.
Vitruvian man, ignore Paul. We always ignore Paul, Helen. I don't know how you put up with him. You need a medal. You need
I don't
a
know how
medal of
your
valor.
wife puts up with you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's what my mum said too.
I don't know.
My mum thinks she's the.
She
the-
deserves a medal at least.
My mum thinks that she's just the duck's nuts, my darling wife, and she did say that to me. She goes, "I don't know how your wife puts up with you." I went, "Well, geez, Mum, you put up with me for so long. I must be doing something right."
Yeah, but legally she has to.
Yeah, well, she had to.
Legally.
Yeah, what they say, they bring you into this world, they can fucking take you out
I'm pretty
as well.
sure every mother knows a way of yes. I was just saying to you off air that there is in the works an animated series that is a prequel series to the Gremlins films.
Yeah, where we find out how the Mogwai come about, or...
Yeah, it's going to be based in 1920 Shanghai.
Oh, hang on. No, I'm not going to do that.
Hang
I'm in
on.
trouble.
Ixnay on the Astest. HBO Max is going to be the company that's going to be bringing it out.
Well, that is Warner Brothers, really.
Exactly.
Isn't it,
It's
now?
going to be called Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai.
Secrets of the Mogwai.
Yeah.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Do you consider Gremlins a Christmas movie? Do you like? Is it one of the movies
You
you,
know
go,
what?
"I watch it at Christmas"?
I've never seen Gremlins.
What the fuck? For fucking real. Sorry, people at home. This is genuinely upsetting me. What the fuck? You are a child of the 80s. You love Back to the Future. You've never seen Goonies.
No.
You've never seen Gremlins.
No.
You've seen Beetlejuice, right?
Of course I've seen Beetlejuice.
Right, what else
I
have
watch
you-
all the decent movies.
Fucking Gremlins is a decent. We used to go on the ride together.
I know,
Were
but...
you sitting there when we were teenagers going through Movie World through the fucking Gremlins ride? Were you sitting there just playing along and I'm like, isn't that cool? That's just like the movie. Were you sitting there going, I've got no fucking idea what this is?
Yeah, because I was like, oh look, there's the Batwing. That was the best part of it.
Smile and wave, boys.
Hey,
Smile and wave.
what's those characters driving the police academy car?
For real? You've never
I've
seen
watched it.
Gremlins.
Scott's just gone, oh, wait.
So I'll be auditioning for a new co-host in the coming weeks.
Apparently Scott watched it. Yes, Gremlins has been my go-to Christmas movie since I was about 8.
I only realised about a year or so ago that, yeah, you could legitimately watch Gremlins and go, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah?
It's based at fucking Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that.
It was like Die Hard.
Well,
Die Hard's a
technically-
Christmas movie. The first
technically-
Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ghostbusters 2 happens at Christmas / New
New
Year's Eve.
Yeah, because it's a New Year's thing.
At the end of it,
So it's a
New Year's.
holiday movie.
But there's Christmas scenes in it.
Do you know what we got my lovely mother-in-law to watch the other week? She hadn't watched the Christmas Chronicles. The
Oh,
Kurt
really?
Russell- yeah.
Oh,
So
Kurt Russell.
we put it on right down there at the in-laws' place, and so I watched it again. I'm like, fuck, this is just a great movie. It really, really
I
is.
bet you can't wait until the sequel.
Yeah, number 2 comes out. You watched the trailer?
I think it's out this month.
Is it?
I'm
Oh,
thinking-
well, it want to be. It's nearly fucking Christmas.
But I think it's out within the next couple of days, if not out already.
Christmas Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
And of course they got Goldie Hawn back as Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she makes more of a prominent role in this.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great.
Bridget just said yes. Gremlins and Die Hard. Yes, they are.
Christmas movies.
Yes.
They really are. Laura said, I'm never watching Gremlins again. It's great but horrific. Only watched it for the first time a couple of years ago. Well, you're one up on Ginge, Laura, because he still hasn't fucking seen it.
And that's why when apparently in Ready Player One, there's a scene where the box that the Gremlins come in
Yeah.
is in that movie. And our friend said to us, hey, did you see that with the box from Gremlins? And I'm like, there was a box in Gremlins?
Look what I just got from my wife. It's a digital sticker, and she's telling me not to say naughty things on the air. There you go.
Or tell stuff about her.
Well, probably. I always do that. Anyway, what else you got for me?
Matthew-
We're nearly at the tail end of the show. Have people answered? Is this thing still up here?
Is it up here or is it down here? Let us know, because
We can't see it on our
We
end.
can't see it on our end, but when we first logged in, it popped up right above my head. But then we were watching it just before, and it popped up like this far.
Is it covering our faces? Or something?
Hopefully it's down. Put it down.
Where is it?
Matthew McConaughey was on a podcast this week, and he said that he wanted to play a superhero. And
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah, righto.
he wanted to play the Hulk.
What?
Right after Edward Norton's Hulk. come
No,
out,
he couldn't
Edward
play-
Norton left the role. He wanted to, because he was a really big fan of Lou Ferrigno and the television series as a kid, he really wanted to play the Hulk.
Really?
And yeah, he
I
contacted
could not have pictured that.
he contacted Marvel, and he said, I wanted it, and they said no, thank you.
Marvel actually rejected him.
No, thank you.
And isn't it funny? They've never found a role for him. You would have thought that they could have given him a role or something.
Well, we all know the role that he should have played.
Oliver Queen.
Yes.
After seeing him in Rain of Fire with
Yes,
the
the shaved head and the blonde goatee beard.
he was Ollie Queen
was
to me.
tight.
You know who he could have maybe played
Yeah.
in a more modern, recent? Because I know Fox originally had the rights, but when Marvel Studios got it back, Matthew McConaughey could have done a pretty alright Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Oh,
I could have seen him as
could.
Johnny Blaze.
Yeah. But Nick Cage has got that. Give it back to him. It doesn't matter how old Nick Cage gets. Just give him the role again.
I'm a big fuzzy card. If Jono's watching, it's in my fucking head now, you doing that impersonation of Nick Cage.
Wow.
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 So, we've hit the skids for the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just, well, the biggest thing that we haven't spoken about
Yes.
is the one thing that we were supposed to talk
You know,
about.
I always feel sorry for when people go, I'm going to check out Geek Speak tonight.
You'll be sorry.
Yes.
They must watch this and think, oh, we're mad.
They're just pulling shit out of nowhere. Hang on, where did that come from? I'm too busy pulling rabbits. The one thing we were supposed to talk about is The Mandalorian.
Oh, God,
Season
yes.
2, Episode 1. Holy shit.
No spoilers for those who haven't
Okay,
watched.
look. Once we're done talking about it, we'll do this. Jazz hands, all right? If you've not seen Mandalorian Episode 1, turn the volume down now.
Okay.
Holy shit,
Was
man!
it good? It was fantastic.
And then the thing, and then it blows up, and it comes out,
Yeah.
and then he's
Yeah.
like, woo!
Yeah, okay, ready?
No. Hang on. Are we still going to talk about who was in it?
You know, we can do this. That's not going to spoil anything.
Okay.
Obviously, and you know what they're like. They've had Jason Sudeikis
Yes.
was in season 1 as
Yes.
a stormtrooper.
Yes.
Who kicks the child or whatever and punches the child.
Punches him. Yep.
Right? He copped a shit ton of hate mail. For
He
that,
did.
by the way. So the actor, there's a guy walks in. So the Mandalorian goes to it's not Mos Eisley. It's on Tatooine. It's a different Mos something or other.
Yeah, and it used to be some mining town.
Like a mining outpost, and so such a cool shot. He's on is it land speeder?
Yes,
Speeder
the
bike?
speeder bike.
And he's coming through, and it is just a couple of outposts. There's just desert.
Yes.
And he pulls up, and he says to the barkeep, "I want to talk to. There's a guy around here in armor. I want to talk to him." And they're like, "Oh, you're in luck. That's the marshal." He goes, "He's here. He is now." And he turns around. Here's the doorway, like in the Wild West in
Yes.
the saloon. Here's the doorway.
Yes.
Not the flaps though. But he's standing in, and the fucking stance on him. Straight away, I'm like, huh.
I wonder
And
if
then
that's...
He opened his mouth. Like, he's got a helmety thing on. But as soon as he opened his mouth, I just turned to the wife and went, that's Timothy Oliphant. And it was like a scene straight out of Justified. He just oozes martial, you know?
Yep.
And he comes in, takes the helmet off and sits down and talking. He's got a grey beard and everything else.
Yes.
I'm like, fuck, I love Timothy Oliphant. As an actor, he's just phenomenal.
Yes.
He is phenomenal. And so he's an integral part of that first episode. You see is it the Tusken Sand Raiders?
The Tusken Raiders, yes.
Sand People.
The Sand People, also known as...
What?
Yeah.
Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders, also known as Sand People.
Okay, cool, right. Yeah, you're more Star Warsy than I am, right? But cool bit of trivia.
Is this the news? Oh, I read this today as well. Yeah.
This is cool.
Yep.
So in it, when they're doing their language and doing the hand movements and everything else, right?
Trying to communicate, yeah.
And Pedro Pascal as Mando,
Mandalore, yep.
he's communicating back with them, right? Now they could have just got you to make up any old, kind of bullshit, right? They actually brought in a deaf person to work with them to form the language, so it actually had symbolism and meant something. And so they sat them all around and taught them a basic kind of form of sign language, and that's what these Tusken Raiders were actually doing. These guys. So I thought, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, but it was different from was it ASL, American Sign Language?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were actually creating their own language. I thought, yeah, cool.
I thought, fantastic stuff. So we highly recommend it. Second episode dropped today.
It'll be...
You can watch it after this, can't you?
Hopefully you'll be able to watch it after this, because it drops on a Friday, but is that Friday America or Friday Australia?
Well, Friday America's tomorrow, technically. We're
exactly.
ahead.
So it could be tomorrow.
It might be tomorrow. I don't know how it works. But anyway, I watched it Sunday. Sunday's when I watched it. So
Scott said loved him in Deadwood. Yeah.
Yes. And if you've never watched Justified, watch him in that. And he does good comedy. Santa Clarita Diet.
I had never seen an
With
episode of that.
Drew Barrymore.
He does a really
Fantastic.
good comedy role.
He's great. He's a funny man, but he's a great actor. I just love him. I think he's fantastic.
What's in store for you this week?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got a massive weekend ahead. It's my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
My mum's birthday. I'm going...
Your mum would have done 2 terms and he'd still be dead by now.
Probably. I'm actually going to the rodeo tomorrow night. I'm going to see the pro bull riding here in Toowoomba because a mate of ours got...
Got free tickets.
It's like a like a corporate box, so we get free booze and finger food.
What?
And I get to see freaking people riding bulls. So I'm
That's
like,
cool.
tick, tick, tick.
That's
Toddy
cool.
boy's there. And people are going, you're going to wear your cowboy hat? I'm like, no, I'm not like that. But I will have my cowboy boots on.
Helen just said, "Oh my geek, a new language to learn." Yes.
Yes. That's all I've got for you. What are you doing for the weekend?
I'm probably cleaning up my house for a house inspection.
I was waiting for you to be smart enough to go, I'm probably just going to cry into my pillow.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to do that because you normally do.
No, I've turned over a new leaf.
I thought you said you would turn over the pillow.
Yes, well.
Ladies, this gentleman here, I tell you, we should set him up on a geek date. What do you reckon? Tell us below. If you've got any single hot friends, send me their number and we'll hook him up. There you go.
And it's the taste of a new generation.
By the way, we didn't do Geek Eats tonight. Couldn't find anything weird.
Yep.
But I've just put these in the shop. These are the Cottee's Cooler Lime Flavour Zero Sugar Sparkling Cottee's.
So essentially it's cordial, but
sugar-free.
But with sparkling water
What
in
do you
it.
think of it?
It's, you know what? Whoever's making the cordial, the ratios are off a bit.
They don't make it as thick as we used
It's
to
not
make
as
when we were
syrupy as
kids.
I remember as a
But
child.
flavour-wise, compared to a
It's
lot of
not
other
bad.
zero sugary
It's
drinks,
not bad.
It's pretty good. There you go. Right, I think that'll do us. Refreshing.
Ooh.
You got anything else to add?
That's about it.
You
for
done?
me.
You spent?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm going to try and have a quick look and see if we can read the
Hello, Porrig, who's just chilling in late. You can go
Oh,
back and read.
oh.
Once this episode finishes, go back
Rewind
and watch it from the
and start again.
Hello, fine sir.
Hey.
He's one of the gentlemen I had a few drinks with last week. I tell you what, top bloke, absolute top bloke.
Scott just said a big shout out to the 1990 Captain America film on Stam right now. Watch it this week, and it was fantastic. Albeit
Is that
it was
the
some
one where he had
people.
the little thing?
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing a bathing cap. The latex is so thin.
When we first were in high school, so 94.
I've got it on DVD.
When we first got it, I remember going to Civic Video at Newtown Shopping Centre. You remember that?
I
Civic
do
Video?
remember. I do remember there was
I
this thing
remember
called
going-
video library.
Videos. Remember we used to have to go and get a video out. These are before DVDs. Anyway, I went and got those out because we were getting right into comics.
Yep.
And boy, was it was rough.
Oh man, and it was
was
Red
cheap.
Skull wasn't German.
He was Italian.
Yes.
He was Italian in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Man.
It was a bit, what was it? It was a bit meh. I've got a screenshot of the question, but have to wait until you guys finish before I can post it. Thanks, Bridget. I want to see how that worked. As I said, Facebook has changed everything on it. What? I have had multiple programs, our pod system this
Yes.
week. Everything is changing and upgrading and changing the look of everything. I hate it. It's like everyone just decided we're going to do it, first week of November, everything's changing. Why?
It was weird because when we set up to go live, like at midday today,
Yep.
we always have the ability to send out a reminder to everyone on the page, hey, we're going live tonight, don't
And you
forget to
said
tune in.
get reminder.
And yeah,
Now it said, are you joining, going, not going? It's like, what the fuck is this?
it didn't send it out at midday
But
to
at least
everyone.
you're here watching right now. So
Yeah,
thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in the Geek Speak Live.
Righto, I'm gonna click to see if we can actually have a look at some of the people's
Okay,
answers.
close the card.
Hopefully, it won't shut down the
The
All
stream.
Okay, we're closing the poll,
Yep.
and let's see if we can click on it and see some answers.
All of them. Dr. No, hands down. Dr. No, The Rock.
The Rock.
Wonderful. There you go. So we did get people. Thank you for commenting, people. Out of that, obviously, Dr. No is the winner there.
Well, just because Scott answered
Oh,
it
he
twice.
said it twice. No. I take that back. I didn't realise it was you twice there, Scott. Okay, fantastic.
All right, that's a function that we might add into some of the future episodes.
We'll add it in, and then you guys will be
not listening to anything.
not
because
listening to anything.
it's lost the
done it.
connection.
It went to sleep again. I don't know why.
Oh, you and your bloody soundboard.
Be sorry.
There you go.
Oh.
Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in once again.
My co-hostess with the mostest.
Wake Ups on Pots and Pans.
I've been your host, Todd Bailey, and folks,
That's all, folks.
see you next week.